Hi and Assalamualaikum to Dr. Radin. My name is HANANI. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce first my team members who are Nabil Ashraaf, SYAZA AYUNI and NURUL AIZA. Okay, next slide Nabil. Okay, first slide is about the objective. First objective is identify common work-related musculoskeletal disorder, which known as MSD. Okay, second, recognize risk factors associated with work-related MSD. The third one is propose a design, ergonomic control for eliminating or reducing work-related MSD. The last one is to apply a knowledge about ergonomic assessment era by conducting initial era in a workplace. Okay, next slide. Okay, what is initial ergonomic risk assessment? Initial ergonomic risk assessment era is a program process or investigation implemented to identify, analyze, evaluate, and prioritize any risk from exposure to ergonomic risk associated with the workplace. There are two types of era, which are proactive, which means provide employers with cost-effective approaches to ergonomics in the workplace, best employed during the design stage of a workstation. The second one is reactive. Reactive mean conducted as a result of a workplace incident or injury. Okay, next slide please. Okay, this slide is about common work-related MSD. The common work-related MSD affects the muscle, nerves, blood vessel, ligaments, and tendons. In order to identify this MSD, we need to know the symptom first, which are discomfort, pain, numbness, loss of motion or flexibility, spasticity, stiff joints, burning, swelling, tingling, inflammation, throbbing, paralysis. Next. Okay, this slide is about the risk factors associated with MSD. The risk factors of MSD depend on work positions and posture, how often task is performed, level of required effort and duration of task. Besides the cold temperatures, vibration, and also the combination exposure to several risk factors is also the risk factor of MSD. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is AYUNI and I would like to present about the data analysis content information on occupational injuries in industry. This data was provided by Dosh and Sokso based on the statistic from 2021. Over 15 million employees in Malaysia and around 21,000 employees was having occupational injuries during their works. There is a lot of type of injuries that such as wounded injuries, unspecific injuries, sprain and strain, dislocated, and many more. Wounded injuries are the most highest type of injuries that workers having. Okay, wounded injuries are the most high workers having, which is around 8,000 cases, and the other one is unspecific injuries, which is around 4,000 cases. As you can see, men are having high injuries during the work time over 8, which is over 1,000%, and the injuries listed for movement are only on 1,000. Having a safety environment workstation are important because it states almost manufacturing sector high cases injury received because the worker are working with heavy duty machine. Next, service industry with 4.2 k cases, and in construction state is around 2.2k cases. Okay, next slide. For the next slide, the occupational disease and poisoning statistic at 2021 can show that the total cases is 5,289 cases, which is major cases come from male worker with 4,000, and the rest came for female workers. Majority age group that having this disease are at the age of 30, and the second age worker at the age of 20. These recorded are confirmed by Dodge, which is among the three highest categories occupational disease. Noise related by hearing disorder, which is 3,648 cases. Next is biological agent and chemical, which is 1.3k cases. And the occupational musculoskeletal disorder, which 201 cases. For the chart, we can see the occupational disease and poisoning statistic arise from 2010 to 2021, and the cases is getting higher by time. We also can see the manufacturing sector holding the highest record cases, which is over 3,000 cases, followed by services sector and agriculture factory sector, forestry sector, sorry. Next slide. Okay, next occupational injuries by age, like I was tell before. Based on the statistics show, the highest occupational injuries rate by recorded among youth aged 20 to 24 years and workers at age 30 to 34 years and 40 to 44 years at 1.57 and 1.5 per 100 employees. This show that all the sector must practicing the safety environment to workplace to all the workers so that the occupational disease and poisoning statistic can be reduced to protect the worker from extreme situation and maintain their health employee to work on. So the next slide. Next slide, Nabil. Okay, so the next slide show that the grinding activity performed by student during the degree show that the person are not having a comfortable position on doing this activity because she having been doing it in awkward posture and in a long time, and also might be suffering from back and pain industry in carpal tunnel syndrome, which is the way the tool she holding in this activity if she continuously doing it often. That's all for me. And before that, we already attached a video about the activities performed in the selected workplace. That's all for me. Thank you.
For this project, we have choose a work task of BINTI process. This task was executed during internship program at the company. This is a figure of worker during task execution. The worker has been doing the task with an awkward position with a long duration. This is an assessment for the worker for an awkward position. This posture will lead to lower back pain injury as it takes more than 2 hours duration of work execution per day. Next. For the next assessment, the worker has been in a static awkward posture in a long duration as shown as at the picture of the left side. Next. Next is a repetitive motion. The workers involve repetition sequence more than twice per minute. Besides, frequently use fingers, hand, and wrist at work repeatedly in a long duration will lead to injury at the upper extremity of body parts. Next. Besides, the worker use the grinding machine without gloves that may be lead to a worse vibration impact at the hand. According to research, human hand can absorb vibration only for 60 minutes to 25 minutes, and above that will lead to injuries such as carpal tunnel syndrome. Next. For the environmental impact, the surrounding of the workplace have a loud noise during working hours and it gives a huge distraction for the workers to execute the task properly. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you. For the result of initial era, we have considered for static and sustained work posture, um, repetitive motion, vibration, and noise to make an advanced era. In the advanced era, we will do the REBA and RULA. The NLE and the NLE is not applicable because it is in these activities there is no lifting activities. As for early improvement, the workers need to um, do the activities on the table instead of sitting or squat to do the grinding process. Other than that, the vibration can be reduced by using the glove. And lastly, the efficiency, the workers need to use uh, the headphones like uh, to reduce the noise. As the purpose of the design solution, the workers need to raise the machine in a suitable height for the workers to work efficiently. Thus, the worker did not need to bend to execute the work task, so it can reduce the back pain. Other than that, the next picture at the right ones is the design that have a corrected one. Um, the design show that it has lower head raise less than 45 degree. Um, it can raise the shoulder raise is less than the actual activity. Um, Other than that, the back bend forward less, will also decrease. The lot will be closer to the body to make it more stable to the position. And lastly, the picture at the right will show the safer position as the eye of the focus and the position of the grinding is quite far, so that the chiplet from the material or the workpiece will not enter the worker's eye easily. Um, the proposed design solution for this the grinding should do in the degree of 15 and 30 degrees. Other than that, the workers also can use automatic grinding machine. The workers also can use the glove and equipment to reduce the vibration. Um, uh, okay, we can use we can also use the damping system so that we can handle the vibration and less injury will happen. I think that's all from us. Thank you very much.